Well, good morning and welcome to the chat cast. It's not a chat cast. It's something I used to say back when I had a chat cast. Good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. I'm Blake Martin and I'll be your host this morning. My co-host, Thomas Karakolis, he's keeping it real in the heart of the big city, Toronto. Uh, we still haven't figured out how to get his audio in here, so it's going to happen eventually. Just be patient with us while we figure all this out. Hey, today we're doing a what is it? Interval training. I was gonna say it's Throwdown Thursday. We're gonna do interval training today. I was gonna say high intensity interval training, and then I got lost because it's not going to be high intensity. That kind of training typically alternates periods of very high intensity with periods of lower intensity, and we will do that another time. But today we're just doing regular interval training. We're going to do four different exercises, and we're going to do them four times each. So, you'll get to revisit them a few times. So let me lead you through the exercises. If you do them with me a little bit and work on your form, get your form down nice and solid, then we'll go into a little bit of a warm-up period, a couple of minutes of that, and then we'll get right down to the exercises. We also haven't figured out how to get our music, some music going here, but we're gonna do that as well eventually. So if you've got some cool tunes, I would recommend. I don't know. Today would be like a good day for like an '80s mix, so you might want to throw that on. Just kind of some peppy, upbeat '80s music. So let me show you what we're gonna do. Four different exercises. All right. Here's the first one. We're gonna do a dive bomb push-up. So the dive bomb push-up, we start in kind of ostensibly what's a downward dog position, and we're gonna keep our elbows in close to our sides, and we're gonna bring our noses past our hands and then exit back out. Okay? If you find that hard, you can come down to your hands and knees. You can do it on hands and knees. So you're going to start up with kind of an extended tabletop position. You're going to push your hips away and come through and up and back under. All right? So the knee push-up version is pretty good on this too. It's going to get your triceps and some other muscles in and around your shoulders. All right. Exercise number one, our dive bomb push-up. You'll notice I held up two fingers. I seem to have a problem with that. Okay. Exercise number two, we're going to do rotations, jump rotations. So we're going to start, and you're going to start with your nice straight back, your hands between your knees. And the first time, we're going to rotate clockwise, and we're going to just do quarter circle rotations. Quarter circle rotations. All right. The second time through the exercise, we're going to do quarter circle rotations in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Okay. That's exercise number two. So when we come down, you want to touch your fingers just inside your knees, but have a nice straight back. Neutral spine, the back of your neck is long as well. Okay, so really focus on that. Next repetition is like a punching ab exercise. So you're going to sit in a slight curve, and you're going to punch across. You're really kind of trying to get your shoulder. You're rotating from the thoracic spine, not from the low back. Okay, so your belly button should always be kind of pointing forward, and we're just going to do this cross punch here, like that. Okay, that's exercise number three. And exercise number four is we're going to jump up and punch across. Jump up, punch across. So when you're going to reach to the ceiling, if you can touch the ceiling, that's great. Your neighbors above might not like it, but you're going to, I did touch the ceiling, and punch across. Okay? So don't, be modest. When we jump, we want our toes to really point toward the floor, and when we land, we want them to reach so that we're working through the whole foot on our landing to have a good landing. Okay? So let's get some warming up going on. If you did those little exercises. You're all good, ready, going to be warmed up. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Just back. We're trying to get those little muscles and the elbows, get the elbows involved. A little bit bigger. And the whole arm is involved. All right. And now shoulder rolls forward. Because we're going to be doing those dive bomb push-ups. We want to have these little muscles in close to the shoulders. We want them to be warmed up, get our elbows involved, and our whole arms. Whole arm. Get it in there. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. Let's do some, we're just going to do basically like the jumps, the little quarter turn jump squats, but we're just going to go down. We're just practicing bending our knees and get progressively lower, not all the way down. Practice having a nice neutral spine. Your back is flat. Don't curve over. If you can't reach very far down because of your mobility, then just go as far as is comfortable with the flat back, okay? More important to have good form than to make the picture of touching the floor, all right? And now we're just gonna do some rises up and down on our toes. So you're gonna rise up and bend, rise up and bend. And we're getting ready for our first exercise in about 10 seconds, our dive bomb push-ups. So if that's what you need to get to, let's go there now. In your downward dog position, elbows in close, go past your hands each time. Try to get your nose nice and close to the floor as you're doing your dive bombs. And on the way back out too. Oh, I actually dragged my nose along my mat. Don't go that far. Rest. All right, so we're in a rest period now. We're gonna do our quarter circle turns. First of all, clockwise.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
Keep your back straight. Gave you a butt shot there. You get that about every 4 turns. Nice. And just keep going. We're 5 seconds left.
3,
You'll hear the countdown.
2, 1.
All right.
Rest.
And then we're going to do our punching abs. That's coming next. We'll sit down. A little
3,
curve.
2, 1.
And
exercise 3.
Punch it. Now you want to be far enough back that you have to hold a little bit to be here. You don't want to be so far upright that it's easy. You don't want to be so far back that you're over curving your low spine.
2, 1. Rest.
All right, coming up, we're going to do our jumps with our punch crosses.
3,
So, nice jump, reaching to the floor.
Exercise 4.
And punch across. And think of Rammies, boxing instructions. And a good reach.
3.
And nice plie.
Rest.
Bend the knees when you land back down. Round 2 coming up here. Back to our dive bomb push-ups.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Elbows in nice and close. Nose goes past the mat. You don't really need to drag it on the mat like I did. I mean, if your nose is a little runny and your mat's very absorbent, it might be worthwhile doing that.
3, 2.
All right.
Rest.
Okay. Coming up, there's our rest. Quarter circle turns in the opposite direction.
2, 1. Exercise 2.
Here we go. Keeping your back straight. And look on the floor maybe about 75 centimeters, almost 3 feet in front of you.
3, 2, 1.
All right. And now punching abs. Round 2 on that.
3.
Nice curved body.
1.
Get that
Exercise
shoulder
3.
going across. Think about the shoulder moving. And sit back far enough that it provides a little bit of resistance for you. Keep breathing.
3.
Don't rotate your low spine.
1. Rest.
And we're going to do our jump punch crosses next. Getting up.
3, 2,
Here we go.
1. Exercise 4.
Keep breathing. And really bend your knees nicely. And we're getting our heart rate up.
3, 2, 1.
All
Rest.
right. Beautiful. Next round. Round 3. Ready for our dive bomb push-ups?
2.
If you need to switch your knees,
Exercise 1.
that's fine. Be sure to just kind of go back nicely into that tabletop, slightly extended. Your hands are a little bit more forward. Keep your elbows in close
2.
so that we're really working the tricep.
Rest.
All right, coming up. And our second rounds of quarter circle turns, turning clockwise first.
3, 2, 1.
And here we go.
Exercise 2.
Nice. Keep your back straight, looking on the floor at a point just slightly in front of you so that you're keeping your chin tucked.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Coming down. And we're going to do our punching abs.
3, 2,
All right.
1. Exercise 3.
Here we go. Keep breathing. And get those shoulders rotating across. See if there's equal range in both shoulders.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Rest.
This is our rest period. Really just enough time to transition. Standing
3, 2.
and jump punch crosses.
Exercise 4.
Now, if you have knee issues, a thing you can do is just very barely let your toes come off the ground. Really focus on the bending and the reaching.
1. Rest.
All right. Last round, dive bomb push-ups. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Nose goes past and back out. So we're really dive bombing. Imagine that your nose is an aircraft, a crop duster, pouring
3,
beautiful rainbow dust
1.
on a field of bunnies. Okay, coming back up. Crop duster. That would be bunny duster, wouldn't it?
3.
We're going to go the opposite direction now.
Exercise 2.
Quarter circle turns. Our backs are straight. Chins are down. Oh man, our form is so gorgeous. I can hardly stand it. It's beautiful.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right. Last round for punching abs. Coming down here. A little bit of a throwdown
3,
today. I hope you're
1.
feeling it, feeling the burn.
Exercise 3.
Burn your abs. Come on, man. It's core blast. So really get those punches out there. Sit back nice and far. Try not to strain your neck. You don't want to have that clenchy neck feeling.
1.
All
Rest.
right. And last round for punch crosses, jump punch crosses.
3.
Scratch your forehead like I did if it's itchy.
Exercise 4.
Keep going. Nice reaches to the floor with your toes and on your landings. Good knee bends. We really want this to, we're absorbing the force.
2, 1.
All right. Okie dokie. So our triceps are something that we worked, so we're going to give them a little bit of a stretch. up over top of the head, and I'm coming in close so you can have a look here. But what I'm doing is I'm taking my palm and I'm pressing the forearm down while I draw across. I'm getting kind of a bonus stretch, really targeting more of the different heads of the tricep. And I'm going to now take that arm and draw it across my body in front. And I'm going to do the same thing, my opposite arm. My fingers are over top and my palm is pressing down on my forearm as I draw my elbow back toward the peak over top of my head. And my seconds pro timer there is telling me that time is up. I'm not sponsored by them, but if they want to sponsor me, that's great. Who's going to fight that kind of thing? Here we are. I'm going to interlace my fingers now behind my back. And I'm just going to draw my arms back, opening up my chest. This is a really great stretch for the muscles that horizontally flex your shoulders and also flex your shoulders. Your pecs are involved in particular. In this instance, one head of them is anyways. And now a little stretch for my legs, coming up to standing. And I'm going to put my foot in my hand. And I'm matching my knees together, okay? So that vertically and in this plane, the sagittal plane, and in the coronal plane, then my knees are matched. And I'm just pulling my heel into my butt. And let's do the opposite leg. Knees are matched. Knees are matched. As much as you can. And release. All right. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a throwdown for today. I'm glowing. I think you can see how much I'm glowing. And I moved early, and you've moved early. See if you can remember to move often. And I hope the rest of your day is really fantastic. Have a great day.
This one was really good. I would like to download and keep it so I can do over and over.
I forgot to do my ending.